An interesting question was asked today on the Joe Rogan Experience with Naval Ravikant. I think that's his name. Um, the question was one that's been asked many times before. Very simply, what is the meaning of life? And Naval gave an answer that was simple. The answer was because, after everything, right? He gave a spiel before that, but I think that when people ask this question or try to answer this question, they miss the mark because it's shrouded with such woo, such wonder. And so what I'm going to try to do is answer that question as specifically as possible. So now let's think about the question, right? What is the meaning of life, right? What is that? What is that question, right? What is the meaning behind life? What is the definition of life? Right, so let's start with the latter. The definition of life, right? I think that's fairly simple, but it's up to debate, right? Go to any one of my pages at any time. We can start any kind of conversation on that. But for the purpose of this video, we'll say that life is analogous to existence. I'll say that for the purpose of this video, life is analogous to existence. So even though you may not consider a rock living, you may not consider a tree living, because your definition of sentience bars you from this definition. Let's say for this video, that's what it is. So now, if that's the case, what is the meaning of existence? Well, one would have to, if you think about it, right, I would imagine that in a quantum universe, in a quantum existence, like the one we exist, every possibility must unfold. Everything that can happen, will happen, has happened, is happening. And so at some point, life must exist. There's no way in a quantum universe that life will not exist. And so because of that, the first spark of life came to be. And not only that, not only does life need to exist in that form, but in every single possible form. And every possibility has to unfold within the realm of life, right? And so, given that, you have your life, and my life, and the lives of everything else in this universe, and every other universe if you want to go there. And so, when you get to that point, the purpose of life is actually to unfold the, I don't want to say will, but it's an intrinsic necessity in the quantum space that we call, like, this universe, all universes, whatever. And so the meaning of life has nothing to do with you or me or any of these things. It's rather all of the possibilities that arrive from life itself, so that they can resolve this quantum state, right? That being said, an interesting thing comes with sentience, because now you have a being that has life, right, that can witness this resolution of this quantum state, right? So as life is unfolding, we can now make decisions and do things. Like, I can move my hand and focus on any area of life that I want, and each one of those micro decisions changes the trajectory of my life and my sentience, which is all a part of the possibilities in life generally. So that's a fucking ridiculous thing. I get really excited because that's the beauty in my life, right? And I'd imagine that's the beauty in everyone's lives. I should say anyone with sentience life. Either way, because that's the case, because the purpose of life has nothing to do with me, I now choose to witness the beauty in sentience, which is witnessing the beauty of the purpose of life unfolding before my eyes, that I now have the greatest freedom ever to interact with and change. And I think that's the most amazing part. So my personal goal is to get, well, I should say, um, I think the beauty happens when you get to the uppermost parts of experiencing, the beauty of this quantum state resolving itself in front of you, right? When you get to the uppermost states of experiencing that, and or when you get to the uppermost states of controlling the experience, those are both absolute beauty, right? And so my personal goal is to get to a space where I am equally with sentience, experiencing to the utmost with my full being everything that is unfolding, and controlling everything that I possibly can, right? Because that's fucking amazing. Seems awesome. Why not try to do that? So there you go. Real simple answer to what the meaning of life is. Probably not what you'd expect, but it's pretty clear to me. Take care.